Hello everyone, and welcome to another story. To those who viewed Living by Numbers, you will know that this story is going to be about the first house I bought in 1975, and it was a number 47, and it was haunted, and I had many experiences in that property of being haunted, but what I'm going to tell you today is a little bit about the house and a little bit about one of the hauntings. This was in 1975, but a few years ago, in 2014, I actually wrote a small booklet on this particular house, 47, the story of a haunted house. And this covers all of the hauntings. But put that to one side and start. The house was built in 1900. It was a large, 4-bedroom Victorian house. From the outside, it seemed relatively small. There was a door and a bay window, but the house went back a long way and had outbuildings and a garden the other side of the house. We went through this door with the number 47 on it, and we was faced with a long passage with 2 rooms on the left and a staircase at the far end. And the staircase wound back on itself up to the upstairs landing, which then another long passage brought you back this way, and there were 4 bedrooms and a bathroom off of that passage. All of the rooms were very high ceilinged, very large, and every room was very atmospheric, every single room in the house. The house also had a cellar with another long passage that led to a single cellar room. When I viewed the house with my father, we thought it was brilliant. The size, it was solid, it had, as I say, a garden with outbuildings. And I put an offer in, and it was accepted. But it was when the house became mine that very strange things started to happen. I'll just tell you a few of the things and then one major story. Items started to be moved from room to room. Footsteps could be heard in the passages or on the stairs. Noises coming from different rooms. Doors being locked and unlocked by themselves. Coldness in the house. A feeling of being watched at very close quarters. My old record collection, for those of you who remember LPs, albums, as we used to call them in the 70s and 80s. I used to have a very sizable collection. One day I entered into the living room where the collection was stacked, and it had been fanned out into a perfect circle on the floor. In the cellar one day, this might sound ridiculous, but as I walked down the cellar, I heard a sighing, very heavy sighing sound. I walked down the cellar passage into the cellar room, and it was coming, this sighing sound was coming from a plastic bag. And when I opened that bag, there was a monster inside. A slimy, breathing, sighing monster. And I ran out. That's just a few of the examples of the hauntings. But the worst one, when I was in bed one evening by myself. I never liked being in the bedrooms. I never liked being in bed by myself. I never liked the house. But this particular evening, I sensed something, and then things started to happen. The sheets and the blanket that was covering me started to raise from my body and started to dance in the air, dancing over the bed. I was too frightened to stay in bed, and I was too frightened to run out. I was just petrified. I woke up the next morning. The sheets and the blankets were all on the floor. When I told people, they said it was a dream. Those people who knew that house, my brothers, my parents, my friends, my neighbours, they knew that it was real, because number 47 was haunted. Eventually I solved it. But now, 50 years later, I still talk about it. And this is a story about it. Thank you.